The ecologist has warned us time and again that petroleum is not only a blessing but also a curse. The content is abundant in fossil fuels. The region is relatively rich in mineral resources. Wheat accounts for approximately two-thirds of agricultural production in the area. Fertile soil is indispensable for a good harvest. A human climate is characteristic of the peninsula. The active volcano erupts at irregular intervals. The Panama Canal connects the Atlantic with the Pacific. The geographical features here are similar to those of our prefecture. More often than not, farming is accompanied by plague. A devastating earthquake hit the state capital, leaving tens of thousands of residents homeless. Watch out, the ceiling is giving way. The weather forecast says the typhoon is likely to accelerate and approach the coast. It's still up in the air whether the game will be called off or not. So far, it makes no difference to me. It's foggy, isn't it? It sure is, but chances are it'll clear up later on.
Section 22.
For the most part, modernization is identified with westernization. Urban culture appears to be attractive to many people, in particular to younger people. AI stands for artificial intelligence. Household appliances are becoming more convenient day by day. My income is not adequate to provide for my family of four, but we have to make the best of it. The popularity of the website depends on its content. You've got to keep up with it. Once you fall behind, it's hard to catch up. As technology rapidly advances, it's tough to keep pace with it. More and more people are rushing to make use of the interactive nature of the media. Innovation has something to do with the ability to notice unusual phenomena. A bunch of other companies are imitating our excellent methods. The once desolate valley was transformed into a thriving hub of high-tech business. Although there's still plenty of room for improvement, his invention is superior to conventional equipment in every respect. The strength of the firm is attributed to its unique and future-oriented strategies. Sony has integrated a wide range of functions into this cool gadget. It's catching on from coast to coast. This tool comes in handy, so I always keep it close at hand. In general, consumers prefer quantity to quality. It's the other way around today.
Section 23.
Obviously, the advertisement is aimed at teenagers. The factory now and construction will assemble 1,000 bushel units per day. Efficient machinery replaced manual labor. In those days, the gigantic corporation had a virtual monopoly over internal commerce. With restrictions removed, thousands of new enterprises have come into being. As a result of his ridiculous venture, he is in danger of going bankrupt. Compared to the previous year, business is looking up in terms of sales. However, we haven't made any profit yet. I'm going to be transferred to an overseas branch, or I'll miss you. Please drop me a line. While he was away on business, his wife gave birth to a baby boy.
Section 24.
Apparently, Nick wasn't willing to take on the task because it was just added to his burdens. Bob had intended to take her out tonight, but he had to work overtime. Please estimate the losses by Friday at the latest. I'll manage it somehow. Nick, I'm counting on you. Okay, I'll see to it. Thanks. I appreciate it. Don't mention it. He pretends to be enthusiastic when his boss is around. He got promoted at the expense of his colleague. He should be ashamed of himself. As the recession set in, temporary employees were laid off one after another. Nowadays, many people are out of work against their will. Who is responsible for that? I got pessimistic, and I'm worried about something I would never have been concerned about before. Today, even white-collar workers are confronted with great hardship. The authorities are striving in vain to stabilize the currency. We've come to the conclusion that nothing is more urgent than reducing Japan's huge deficit.
Section 25.
The questionnaires were distributed at random. All you have to do is fill in the blank below. Please print in black or blue ink. In addition to a 10% discount, you can pick out an optional excursion for free. Round-trip fares to each destination are as follows. Don't forget to confirm your reservation in advance. I won't. Be sure to check in at least 45 minutes prior to departure time. I attached my name tag to my baggage, but it soon came off. On average, this package weighs 2 pounds. This plastic garbage bag is free of hazardous chemicals. This flashlight is getting dim. It needs new batteries.
Section 26.
Excuse me, how often do the shuttle buses run to downtown New York? The motel can accommodate as many as 400 guests. This suite is 3 times larger than my condominium. Littering in this facility is subject to a maximum fine of $500. That restaurant is always packed. You'd better make a reservation beforehand. Sorry to interrupt your meal, but I'd like what with you in private. Can I get back to you later? The cook was astonished at his incredible appetite. What's going on down there? I'm curious. I have no idea. Excited fans were hanging around the rear exit, hoping to catch a glimpse of Michael. On encountering the celebrity, they asked for his autograph.
Section 27.
Whenever I go abroad, I suffer from jet lag and diarrhea. I feel sort of dizzy, and I feel like throwing up. You look pale. Take some aspirin. It will cure you of your headache in no time. I'm afraid I'm coming down with something. You should take a day off. Some of the ingredients in this beverage are harmful, especially if you are pregnant. Good nutrition is vital for infant's growth. Moderate exercise stimulates the circulation of the blood. My physician advised me to refrain from alcohol for the time being. I do want to get into shape and lose some weight, so I go swimming every morning. He caught a nasty cold because he stayed up late last night. The surgeon persuaded him to undergo an organ transplant. Since our father is bedridden, we take time look after him. Our hypothesis is that eating excessive amounts of junk food contributes to early mortality. The government did not take appropriate measures to prevent the infection from spreading. The minister was obliged to resign from the cabinet.
Section 28.
Many people regard the current compulsory education system as being obsolete. Many people encouraged me to fulfill my ambitions. To make his dreams come true, he dropped out of school and made his way to Tokyo.
What do you do?
What do you do?
I'm a
I'm
college
a college student, a freshman at Harvard.
What's your major?
What's your major? Philosophy.
Tuition will
Tuition
be
will be
raised by
raised by nearly 10% as of April 1st, 2001. I'm of two minds whether to apply for the scholarship or not. Give it a try.
As
As soon as he graduated from KU University, he took over his family's business. He earned to cut out for the military because of its rigid discipline. I am determined to make a living as a playwright at all costs. As he grew up, he learned to put things in perspective. Conformity is an essential element of our homogeneous community. I'd rather go my own way than toil away from a company. Trying to fit into a model gets me nowhere. Tom takes after his uncle in personality. I mean, he is obstinate by nature. He never gives in.
Section 29. When the time is right,
When the time is ripe,
go for
be
it.
bold
I'll stand by you.
and go for it. I'll stand by you.
I'll stand up for what
I'll
I
stand
believe
up
in
for
and
what
won't
I
yield to
believe
any
in
threats.
and won't yield to any threat.
If only I could
If
conquer my
only
weaknesses,
I could
It's up
conquer
to you.
my weakness, it's up to you.
you should make the
You
most
should
of this rare
make the more
opportunity
of
to
most
demonstrate
of
your talent.
this rare opportunity to demonstrate your
You
talent.
won't let me down.
You
I
won't
have
let
great
me
faith
down.
in
I
you.
have great
You can
faith in
make it.
you. You can make it.
The
The
spectators
spectators
moved
were
by her
moved
graceful
by her
performance.
graceful performance.
In
In
1995,
1995, Ando received architecture's most prestigious award. In the face of adversity, Mike accomplished an extraordinary feat. He deserves praise.
The audience was
The
impressed
audience
by
was
his eloquent
impressed
lecture.
by his eloquent lecture.
From a humble
From a
background,
humble background, John achieved
worldwide
worldwide fame.
He
He accumulated a tremendous fortune during the post-war era. He used to be well off and generous, but now he lives from hand to mouth.
Section 30.
Nick is by no means satisfied
with
with the
He
reward.
is selfish
He is
and
selfish and greedy.
greedy.
You owe me
$200
$200
altogether,
altogether, Bob. When are you going to pay me back? I'm sorry, I'm hard
There
up.
you go again.
There you go again.
To Brian's surprise,
To Brian's surprise, his debt amounted to a considerable sum.
Stop
Stop clinging to
glory
your
days,
glory
or
days,
you'll
or
be
you'll
left
be
behind.
left behind.
You
You
cannot
cannot
escape
escape from
today's
today's harsh
so
realities, so you
to
must
them.
adapt to them.
Prosperity
Prosperity does not last forever.
In
In other words, it will come to an end one of these days. Proper qualifications are required from the position. Computer literacy is a must. Enclose your resume in this envelope and submit it to the personal department. It's optimistic of you to believe that things will work out. At best, there's a 50-50 chance. Registration forms can be obtained free of charge. Please give me just a call now if you want to participate in the workshop. For the following inquiries, please feel free to contact toll free at 100 555 1212.